What's going on, everybody? Here we are back. MMA Investing, Joe. We're back to Unison. We're together for 2022. This is the preview for UFC 270. The Gargantua and the Goliath will collide. And yes, we're back. I'm very happy we're doing this again. How you doing, my friend?
Thanks for having me back, brother. Doing great, man. Finally got some UFC back this weekend, Giga and Cater. And then the next weekend, we got heavyweight championship, man. I think everyone's wanting to see that heavyweight championship fight for a while. The styles and the size of those two men just make for a crazy fight for sure.
Oh yeah, no, I can't wait. It's always fun to see heavyweights just bang it out, right? But especially for the heavyweight title, just icing on the cake right there. But without further ado, before we get with the big boys, we're getting with the small boys. The flyweight titles on the line. This is the rubber match. This is the trilogy.
Yep.
Brandon Moreno against Davison Figueroa. It's kind of crazy how this has gone because the first fight, you can argue, a big argument for Davison for sure too. It was very close. Then the second fight, you have Moreno just destroying him. That was kind of crazy to see. So this one, I'm sure Figueroa is going to be on one. I'm sure those Brazilians, you can't keep them down too long. So I'm interested to see where you see this fight going.
Yeah, the first fight was a draw, a very close fight, and actually Figueroa would have won if it weren't for the point deduction. I think there was a groin shot. I don't remember what round, but
yeah,
technically it would have gone to him, and I thought Figueroa won that fight slightly. Very close, competitive fight. I just thought Figueroa slightly edged that fight. And then obviously we saw the second fight where Moreno just dominated. But I say that with a grain of salt because Figueroa did not look, half of himself that fight, man. He barely threw a punch. He looked lethargic. He looked slow. Just really didn't seem there mentally, to be honest with you. And, he does cut a lot of weight. He's a very large guy for the division, very shredded guy for the division as well. He carries a lot of muscle and it's a lot of weight to cut. But yeah, man, I don't know if he had a bad weight cut or if it was just like the back-to-back fights that was going on. I don't know what it was. He wasn't there mentally. But yeah, he didn't look anywhere close to himself. We saw what happened when they both were pretty much 100%, and it was a very competitive fight, obviously.
Yep.
But man, I think Moreno has his number in a sense. I don't want to say that completely because Figueroa is very dangerous. But Figueroa is a finisher, and when he's winning, he's obviously finishing people. He's knocking them out with that right hand, that left hand, submitting them. Where Moreno is just one of those dudes, man. He's just not going to go away. We saw in the first fight, Figueroa hit him with some bombs, and Moreno wasn't going nowhere. He got wobbly a couple of times. Don't get me wrong, but he didn't even sit him down, I don't think. So I just think it's a very tough stylistic matchup for Figueroa in that perspective. Moreno's a very good boxer, very good wrestling, tough as shit, cardio for days. So I don't know how it's going to play out. I don't know. I doubt we see like what happened in the second fight where Moreno just kind of dog walks him and Figueroa's not doing much. Figueroa switched up his camp. I know he's training with like Henry Cejudo, John Jones over at Fight Ready, I want to say, in Arizona. So we'll see. I think Figueroa comes out more aggressive this time. But I just think Moreno's going to be he's going to stand there. The first two rounds can be close, but I think the longer the fight goes on, Moreno's just going to kind of stay in that fight, kind of pick him apart. Find that jab. The wrestling was a big factor too, so you're probably going to figure to go to that wrestling again and get a lot of top control time. So we'll see, but I think Moreno gets another clear either decision or a late finish here. But like I said, I doubt it's like the second fight where Figueroa just doesn't show up. He'll show up this time, I'm hoping.
Yeah, no, definitely, and you make a lot of great points. Now with me, we try not to be biased, right? But
yeah.
This obviously just bring out the elephant in the room. Moreno's Mexican. I'm Mexican. You know what I mean?
I thought you're Brazilian, dog.
What was that?
I thought you were Brazilian. You're riding Figueroa.
Yeah. So of course, I'm gonna lean that way. And Moreno's a real likable guy too.
Yeah,
he's super likable. He has that friendship with Izzy too. Nobody said anything bad about him. He's a hard guy to dislike. I like Figueroa too. I like that when Figueroa does that God of War thing when he comes out with all that stuff. So that's right. Yeah, that stuff's tight. That God of War stuff. But like I said, without being biased, I want Moreno to win. Of course, I want him to retain it. Stay with that Mexican warrior spirit. That keep that Mexican title on him. that second fight was very eye-opening. If that happened again, I would be very surprised. I don't see Figueroa going out like that. There's just no way. Not 2 times in a row. I'm pretty sure if anything, maybe he'll come out super aggressive like you said, but maybe he'll sit back a little bit to make sure, all right, I'm not going to make mistakes like I did previously. I think this might be calculated as well. Figueroa, at the end of the day, he was freaking murking dudes nonstop
Yeah.
before Moreno came in. So as much as I think it would be awesome if Moreno just steamrolled him again. He could just keep solidifying himself. It'd be crazy to see that happen 2 times in a row, especially to a fighter of Figueroa's caliber. So as far as who I think is going to win and who I want to win, both Moreno. I want Moreno to win, and I'm sure he will. And maybe it is a testament to what you said that he has Figueroa's number. That could be it too, because sometimes that's just the way it is with these fighters. It doesn't matter if they're better, quote unquote. They just Moreno, like I said, he outclassed him the last time. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. There might have been. I hope there was things going on because I don't. I love Moreno. I just don't think he's that much better than Figueroa.
No,
As that, there's no way, right? There's just no way. And that's even me. That's even me being biased saying that. You know what I mean? There's no way I could see him being that much better than him. So I think either way, it should be a fun fight. If it's anything like the first fight, I mean, it's going to be contender for fight of the year.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely on that train where I think Moreno's going to win also, and of course I want him to win. But yes, after that fight, you have these two Goliaths, these two behemoths, this kaiju war going on. You have the undefeated. Fuck, I forget. I'm drawing a blank right now.
Gone?
Yes, yeah, or how Chael Sonnen says cereal. He calls him
Gone.
He calls him. It was hilarious. I mean, I watch his videos all the time. He always calls him cereal. But yeah, cereal
There's
gone.
a name for everyone.
Against that titan of a man, Francis Ngannou. Now these two, the funny thing about them is they were training partners before,
right?
And there was that video that keeps reoccurring where Ngannou just walks right past his former coach and Gane as well, and they're just looking at him, and Ngannou's just walking with his just white apron on. It looks like he's just not even trying to acknowledge them. I'm like, oh, that's pretty gangster. But as far as the sparring footage, it's hard for me to take super serious because they're going kind of light,
right,
and all that. So and they're sparring, they're not trying to kill each other. But it should be fun. And as great as Cyril Gane is and how he's undefeated and all that, one of the most technical heavyweights we've probably ever seen. It's just difficult with that just missile that Ngannou is. He just like that blitz he did with Rosenstrike.
Yeah.
Bro, that there was no kind of technicality in that at all. That was just a straight no respect blitz.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll do that to Gane. But what do you think of this fight? How do you see it going?
Yeah, I'm gonna reveal my pick right away here, but I mean, I could look like an idiot saying this. I firmly believe ever since I watched the Rosenstruck fight with Gane, I think Gane's the best fighter in the world right now at any weight class. He moves like a lightweight, and the guy's 6'5", 265 pounds of muscle, switching stances, excellent Muay Thai background, very technical, good grappling base as well, which is crazy to think with coming from his striking background. Of course, Ngannou can catch this dude very, very, very easily. We've seen it time and time again. Ngannou's no joke at all. And the odds indicate that, it's pretty much an even pick'em fight. It can go either way. The way I see it going is Ngannou's going to probably respect him quite a bit. He knows what Gane's can do. And I think we just kind of see a slow-paced fight where Gane's just kind of picking at him, deep kick up the middle, leg kicks. And I think he's going to be able to, one of those guys is going to be able to manage the power very well. He even mentioned that, I think, in one of his interviews, saying he knows how to manage power. He knows how to manage Ngannou's power. Coming from that striking background, that high-level striking out caliber he has, he's just going to know how to avoid it. He's going to know when to engage in the clinch when Ngannou gets too close. He's going to know when to shell up, circle out, use his footwork, because his footwork is absolutely insane for that guy of that size. There's nobody with that kind of footwork at that weight class, not even close.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I just think Gane's gonna be too good for him, man. I mean, and Ngannou, like I said before, he has 2 rounds of gas. Even in that Stipe fight, that second one, we saw him slowing down a little bit already. He was starting to mouth breathe. He's huge, man. With all that power and size and strength comes comes some cardio issues, all that blood flow to the muscles, all the oxygen and things like that. Like I said, I could look like an idiot here. Ngannou could very easily go out there in the first round and just bull rush him, blast him, because it takes one shot, right? It takes one shot. It doesn't even have to land flush. It can land in the back of the head, it can land in the cheek, anywhere. And Gane's going to be on wobbly legs, if not completely out cold. But I am going to pick Gane in this fight. I believe he's the best fighter in the world right now, like I previously said. And I just think we kind of see kind of a masterclass later on in the fight. In rounds 3, 4, 5 here, I think we see a full-on Gane display. He's got to stay very careful because at any moment Ngannou could smoke him. But the more tired Ngannou gets, obviously, the better Gane's going to look, and the longer the fight goes, the more it favors Gane, in my opinion. But we'll see. I'm very excited because this is in no way, like I said, a Gane all-day fight. Ngannou can very easily win this.
100%. You make fantastic points. One of the reasons I really miss doing this unison podcast that we do, the fight previews, love it. You can make great points. It's for the casual audience to understand the intricacies that you say. Again, I'm more than a casual, but you're definitely an intricacy type guy. So great points. Now, yeah, for sure. To that point, again, great points. I might look like a silly guy here. I don't know. It's hard for me to bet against Ngannou just because it's so hard to bet against that guy. Even though all the technicalities, I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. I think Gane is the real deal. He's undefeated for a reason, and I also think he probably is the best. Maybe not even the best heavyweight in the world. Maybe the best fighter. Period. Like you said, he might be just because of how big he is and how light he is on his feet.
Right.
But what I think is going to happen, especially with the tidbits you gave me, I think, yeah, he might respect Gane because they were former partners. He knows that Gane has power too, and he's real crisp. So I think he might respect him the first round. He might throw a few feelers here and there.
Yeah.
Then I think if Gane starts to pick him apart in that first round, as that might be, because the last time we saw Ngannou hesitant was against that Derek Lewis fight where he didn't want to throw anything. And so I think he might do that for one round. And once he's realized, okay, yeah, Gane is that dude. Gane is that technical. He is precise. Then I think round 2, he blitzes. And a lot of times when he blitzes, good things happen for him, usually.
Yeah. There's nothing you can do, really. You can't engage him. You try to engage that and you're going to sleep. So, I mean, your best chance is to try to circle out or shoot to the legs or something, man. But good luck, like I said.
And this is going to be a testament to that because I truly think he will I'm going back on what I'm saying. I think he will blitz in the second round once that feeling out process happens. It's going to really put a magnifying glass on technique versus just straight out God-given power. Because let's say that happens. Let's say I'm right and Ngannou blitzes him, knocks him out. I mean, what's going to be the code to unlock him? Because Gane, I'm agreeing. I think Gane is technically probably the best fighter right now, at least the best heavyweight. Technically, could possibly be the best in the world. What's he going to think if, being that caliber fighter he is, technicalities, all that Ngannou blitzes him and knocks him out? What's going to be his headspace if that happens?
Gane's or Ngannou's?
Gane's.
Yeah, I mean, I think Gane's a pretty mentally tough guy. I mean, from what I can gauge, obviously he's undefeated, not only in the UFC, but in his other combat sports as well. So I think he would regroup, come back. He knows he's very skilled, and, maybe it was a fluke if he gets knocked out. Who knows? I would never like to call it a fluke, but I think he'd be one of those guys that would probably go on another win streak. Because, like I said, I think these are the two best guys in the division, hands down, right now. I think Gane would beat Stipe. I think Ngannou would beat Stipe again. Stipe being number 3 probably right now.
Real quick. Is Stipe a little chinny right now?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He could be for sure. Like, I can't say for sure, obviously, nothing's 100%. But I think that was just a testament to Ngannou's power more than Stipe being chinny. But you're saying because he got knocked out, he might be chinnier now?
I'm just worried about him because we haven't seen him fight since. And then so he hits him, and then before the ref stops him, he lands with his full force again.
Right.
And that's a kill shot. You know what I mean? Like that. And I've seen Stipe. He looks good right now. He looks pretty good. He looks solid too. It's just I am worried about him ever since that fight happened.
I want to see a a little bit less of a Ngannou fight if Stipe comes back. Maybe like a Derek Lewis, like they're talking about, or like a Volkov, maybe.
Yep.
Somebody still, or Curtis Blades, I think would be a good comeback fight, maybe.
I agree on that one.
I don't think you want to feed him an Ngannou again. Or I know he wants an Ngannou fight very bad. I just don't think it would end well. Or with Gane, I think Gane would probably pick him apart too. So I don't know, man. Or even John Jones would be cool too. But Stipe needs to fight here soon because it's been a while. It's been over a year.
It has, and I hope he's recovered. I'm a Stipe fan. I hope he's recovered because that was pretty brutal. So you have Gane winning. I have Ngannou. We'll see how